Okay, Yusek Valdes, pero the reality is there. Di ba? Kung sobra yung emission ng carbon dioxide, it will really destroy our environment. So magdudulot talaga yan ng pag-iiba ng panahon.
What is the incontrovertible data now by scientists, and even those in favor of climate change are admitting? The incontrovertible data is this. The total carbon dioxide in our whole atmosphere comprises 0.0003% of all of the other gases. Out of this 0.003%, what is produced by man? What is produced by man is even 1/10 of that 0.003%, and the rest is produced by nature. Seas and oceans evaporating, volcanoes continuing to emit carbon dioxide, the leaves that are decaying are producing carbon dioxide. Nature is actually producing carbon dioxide. No? And much of what that 0.003 is comes from nature itself, not from man. And when I say 1/10 of that 0.003%, that includes the industrialized operations of man, the factories and all of that, no? And the pollution caused by cars. That is the total carbon dioxide that's being produced. Now, 0.003% compared to all of the gases, that is hardly going to cause this global warming or the greenhouse effect that they are claiming is happening. No. These claims by these so-called scientists, no, are being refuted by thousands and thousands of other scientists.
But given that explanation, parang sinasabi nyo na, oh, teka muna, mali talaga ito.
Yes.
Ha? Mali talaga ito.
Yes.
So nothing should be scared of.
Yeah, but you see, the intention is what we can see. The intention is there is a move towards globalizing this issue so that the world will move towards one world agenda. And what is that one world agenda? Stop industrialization. And what is the effect of stopping industrialization all over? Creating more poverty and lessening population.
Okay. Ito matanong kita, Yusek, ano po? Anong sa palagay mo yung dapat gawin ng bansang Pilipino?
Bansang Pilipino.
Okay. Before that, no, let me address what is the real issue. Is it climate change?
Yes.
Or the ongoing global economic collapse?
I'm supposed to ask that question.
Okay.
Yes.
But this is kasi pertaining also to that. What is, as we talk about climate change, this hope, what was happening to the psyche of the human being, the Filipino and the rest of the population? It is focused on something that is based on a bad theory. And yet, the world is petrified that this whole thing is going to be dumped on us. And so, because it's going to be dumped on us, we will give our sovereignty, we will surrender our sovereignty to a group that will say, okay, we will look for a way to save lives.
Because, you know, it's very scary. Mababasa mo, adapt or die.
That's it.
My goodness, hindi biro yan.
That's the scary part, okay? Now, but there's an ongoing global economic collapse. And this is fact. This is ongoing. You see the United States now deteriorating very fast. Despite all of the propaganda on the contrary, they have, in just 9 months alone, they have lost 8 million jobs. No? And about 5 million people have already lost their homes. The dollar is deteriorating very, very fast. No? And the rest of the world is now suffering. The projected 300 billion budget deficit of the Philippines, no? The highest ever in the history of the Philippines, no? It's not going to be only 300. I expect it to be probably about 500 billion. No? Now, this is going to impact on our lives. That is what is happening as we focus on something that is of no real consequence, no? And get away our attention from solving the world economic problem. If we solve the world economic problem, then this thing is going to be irrelevant. Okay. What is the world economic problem? Precisely what global warming people don't want to happen. No? They don't want industrialization. They don't want jobs created. As a matter of fact, they want populations to be cut down. It is sad that institutions like the CBCP and all of these bishops have been misled into supporting this environmental hoax, no? Not realizing that as they support this, no, they're actually supporting a method of killing more and more of our population.
Oh my God. Ano? Naku, siguro may manghihingi na naman. Anyway,
let me quote to you.
Yes, because we have only 5 minutes remaining. Go ahead, Yusek.
This comes from a quote from Professor Stephen Schneider, Stanford professor of climatology and lead author of many IPCC reports, which is the United Nations bodies. Just a quote from his report. He says, "We need to get some broad-based support to capture the public's imagination. So we have to offer up scary scenarios, make simplified dramatic statements, and make little mention of any doubts. Each of us has to decide what the right balance is between being effective and being honest."
Oh my goodness.
This is Stephen Schneider, Stanford professor of climatology. No?
Okay. Anyway, mayroon din akong babasahin dito, ano po. Kaya sinasabi natin na napaka-importante yung pagtuunan ng pansin itong bagay na ito. Because you know why? Sinasabi nga po na yung mga cities, states, and countries around the world, marami mga measures na ginagawa. Sinasabi nila, adapt or die. Just imagine yung mga bansang naggagawa ng mga preparations. England, Netherlands, dito sa Asia, yung Thailand, yung Singapore, ano na mga ginawa nila? Kung yung mga buildings, dapat daw, sinasabi nila dito, uy, mag-adapt kayo. I-elevate nyo yung mga buildings, making taller and stronger yung mga dams. It's so scary. And then, yung Pilipinas, I understand mayroon tayong ginagawa because the President created the Commission on Climate Change, but I don't know what's happening now, kung nabuo na yung composition nun. Pero, I understand yung kanyang presidential advisor nakafocus doon sa pag-generate ng fund. Pag-generate ng fund, I don't know, siguro sa mga programs na gagawin about climate change.
Alam mo, ano yan alam natin yung level of awareness, Yusek, pag pinag-usapan ng climate change. Pero napakataas na talaga yan Yung isang panig, di ba?
Right.
Ngayon, ito naman, the other side naman, pinapaliwanag sa atin. No? So yung mga televiewers natin, you hear both sides, dalawang panig, magkabila. No? So mas maganda yan.
Ang tipo, parang Joey, mukhang hindi magkaintindihan yung dalawang panig.
Ngayon, mapanggan yung magkabilang panig, I think you'll be more better on, I would say, you can discuss this more intelligently.
Okay.
Di ba mas maganda para sa inyong kuro-kuro.
Okay. Finally, you have 3 minutes, Yusek. Say your piece now.
Well, the point here is not looking at one side and looking at another side and looking for something compromised. No, that's not the point. The point here that I want to make is what is the truth, no, and what is a lie, no, and there's nothing in between. No? And what are the intentions of these people that are pushing this? I am not saying that everybody that has to do with climate change or environmentalism is of malicious intent. No? Because they are probably well-meaning. Most of them are well-meaning. But the ones that are manipulating this now are unknown to these people. No? The ones that are in London, no? In the East Anglia University, no? Which is the climate research unit that is feeding the world with all of this, are funded by organizations. World Wildlife Fund, Greenpeace, British Petroleum, and Shell, British Shell. Okay, these are the 4 organizations that are funding the CRU, which is responsible for coming out with all of these lies. And what is the founder of WWF saying? Like I said before, he was quoted as saying, "If reincarnation were true, I would like to be reincarnated as a specially deadly virus so that we can help in cutting down the world's population." This is no laughing matter because this is his intent. No? And this is being done to us. No? And we must stand up and say, we're not going to allow you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Yusek Valdes. Maraming salamat.
Okay.
Thank you so much sa
Thank you.
inyo po.
Thank you very much too.
Kagabi ko lang siya tinawagan. Yusek will discuss about the Copenhagen Summit on Climate Change. Thank you so much. It's always available para magbigay ng paliwanag. Okay? When we come back, anong gagawin natin, Tito Oscar?
Bueno, mga kaibigan, yung buhay kasambahay, atin hong mga panauhin, abangan ho ninyo.
Thank you so much. Salamat.